Like me, you might be wondering how the election recount and all of that is going, that Donald Trump is challenging the U.S. election results. And I found this on Instagram. It's by Neil Catgill. He's a lawyer that specializes in the Supreme Court, and also he's a professor of law, and he gives a bit of a summary. Now, it's possible that he is sort of a Democratic Party ally. If his analysis and conclusions can be trusted, then I wanted to share this with you, just in case you were thinking, I wonder how this is going. Is Donald Trump going to, steal the election via throwing out mail ballots and all that kind of thing? Just to give a quick heads up, he lost the recount in Georgia.
Welcome to Courtside, everyone, where we discuss the post-election litigation brought by Donald Trump. It is day 16 after the election. Today is best described as the storm before the calm. I know anxiety is running higher, particularly given Trump's potentially criminal attempts to interfere with the Michigan elections, reaching out to the Wayne County Board and now the Michigan legislature. It's going nowhere. Maybe it feels good for him to tear the country apart, but it's going to fail, and you shouldn't tear yourself up about it. So 4 things happened since yesterday. Most significantly, the Georgia recount is done, and Biden has won by 12,000 votes. The court rejected the attempt by Trump to delay certification in Georgia. This dashes Trump's hopes. He's got to flip Michigan, flip Pennsylvania, and flip Arizona. Good luck. Even Trump, I don't think, is deluded enough to think that can happen. On Monday, coming Monday, the results in Michigan and Pennsylvania will be certified as well. So that's the first thing that happened. Second, Trump lost more court cases. The court cases now stand at 2 out of 33. That is, Trump has won 2 tiny cases in Pennsylvania for a really tiny number of votes. It means nothing. It's kind of like me scoring a basket against LeBron. I guess it's exciting, but I'm not going to win. I'm way too far behind. So that's the second thing. The third thing that happened is the world was treated to a press conference, if one can call it that, from Rudy Giuliani. It didn't begin well, as the news reported that Mayor Giuliani was still under an FBI investigation. And making matters worse, he started off with the same exact notes he used for his court appearance yesterday, and that didn't go too well either. So basically, he and his colleagues accused the Democrats and Hugo Chavez of conspiring to steal the election. And yes, Chavez is the guy in Venezuela who died in 2013. It's also quite a weird conspiracy, because the theory is somehow that the Democrats conspired to give Biden the presidency, but to give the Republicans the Senate. It's very weird. In any event, I've said this before, I'm not sure why everyone, including Trump, pretends he's so surprised he lost. Everyone knew he was going to lose. And indeed, Trump knew it himself. After all, he broke the Supreme Court and the confirmation process to rush Justice Barrett through because they knew he'd lose. And then the final action today, which I know is causing some anxiety. Last night, 2 Wayne County Board of Canvassers switched their results and decided to try and take back their prior certification of the voting results in Detroit. They swore some affidavits saying they were scared by public pressure. Well, I don't think it'll surprise you to know that there is no backseas principle in law. Trump might really wish there were a backseas principle, because it was revealed today that the pressure that those 2 canvassing board felt was not by the public, it was by him. Trump actually called those 2 and evidently induced them to switch their vote. That looks potentially criminal and civil. Not just for Trump, but for those 2 individuals and anyone else who's involved. There are statutes like 42 U.S.C. 1985. There are Michigan statutes. There's state criminal law, all sorts of stuff that criminalizes trying to take someone's vote, interfere with someone's right to vote. And that is, of course, what's happening here. Now Trump is doubling down. He's flying Michigan legislators to D.C. to try and pressure them. Now, I've covered this a few episodes ago, why this strategy of throw out the popular vote in a state and let the state legislators decide is going to fail. It's undemocratic. It's a switch in the rules. It won't work. It will fail. And so I want to leave you with this thought. We had a presidential election in 1960, and that election was darn close. 49.7% to 49.5%. Of the 68 million votes cast in that election in 1960, only 119,000 swung the election to JFK. And there were all sorts of voting irregularity accusations there. Like in Chicago, 121 people voted in a precinct after only 43 cast votes. But the loser in that election didn't challenge it. Here's what he said, quote, "I could think of no worse example for nations abroad than suggesting that the presidency itself could be stolen by thievery at the ballot box." The name of that man who lost and who said that, Richard Nixon. See you tomorrow.
And I want you to just watch a little snippet from Rania Khalek. She posted on Instagram, and it's of Vice President-elect Kamala Harris giving a fist bump to Lindsey Graham, who is an unhinged Republican. I can't even bear to watch some of the things he's said over the years. They're so outrageous. He's just an unhinged lunatic, really. I'm sorry to say this, but really, he's just so out there. And here she is on the floor, this is recently, I think, giving him a fist bump. It looks like they're real buddies. And I think, how on earth could you be buddies with somebody that is so anti so many things? And the only reason could be, really, is that, of course, as we've all said in the past, as many people have said in the past on the left, it's just one big party. The GOP and the Democratic Party are just one big party. A lot of them are buddies outside of pretending to be adversarial in public. They're all buddies because they all get theirs. They're all just, the Democratic Party is the right wing of this party and the GOP is the far right. And, you only have to see it on display right there. Kamala Harris fist bumping Lindsey Graham, who's so unhinged. And there you go. It's just one more of many, many examples of how they're just all, it's just one big corrupt party that just, it's just hunky-dory, lining the pockets of corporations, and the oligarchy is clapping their hands. And like George Carlin said, it's just one big club and we ain't in it.
No big deal, just Vice President-elect Kamala Harris giving a friendly fist bump to Republican warmonger Lindsey Graham, who never saw a country he didn't want to bomb, thinks women shouldn't have control over their bodies, and urged Georgia to throw out ballots. What is wrong with Democrats? Oh my God.